Aleph. We said, why can't you use a lulav hagazul? Mishum davale mitzvah ba'aveira. It's a mitzvah that is derived through an aveira, and that's not good. Shenema v'havesem gazul v'sapisech v'sachola. Malachi chastises Klal Yisrael and says, I don't want all your korbanos. You bring stolen, you bring animals that are lame, that are sick. Gazul dumi de piseach. Something stolen is similar to someone that is lame. An animal that's ma piseach, less like takanta. An animal that's lame, there's no takana for it, and you can't offer it. Av gazul less like takanta. Therefore, a lulav hagazul has no takana. Lo yishna lifnei yerush, lo yishna lach yerush. That means when a gazlan steals something, so where's this here? When a gazlan steals something, so eventually, if the bailim, the original shimmy, if the bailim are misyayish, abandon hope of getting the item back, combined with either shinoi, a correction of the rishus, change of the rishus, or of the item itself, the person is koine it. Yet, because of the problem of yalfina minei de'en lo takor lachar zman, afilu b'yeush. That means Rashi says even after yeush, the animal, what you stole, is not going to be good. The shaminin lemoed the yash former vailich isorin kes va'avagav l'inyan makne amrinan v'bekam the kaila b'yeush v'avididei afilu achi akrum is bech lo. Special pasuk, even though when you steal items, you will acquire it. Now you have to pay back the money, the value of the item. Kishas agzela. We're going to learn that in Baba Kama extensively. But regarding things that go to the korbanos, it's not acceptable. And lulav is compared to that. So the Gemara says, Bishmal if Yeush, I understand why you would not be able to use it before Yeush Bailim Odom Kiakriv Mikem. Because by korbanos, it says has to come from you. Rachman of Deyu, and it doesn't belong to him. What's wrong with after Yeush Bailim? How can you be Yeush? The Bailim, the Gazlan who stole the animal, will acquire from the Bailim B'Yeush. Just like the goof of the animal belongs to him, why shouldn't you be able to be makriv it? Because of this side issue, that it's a mitzvah that you're trying to do through an aveira of gzeila, that's not acceptable. Sone gozel be'ola. Pasuk in Yeshaya that Hashem loves mishpat. He hates somebody that hates gazlanus, especially by a korban ola. Human king walks by his tax department. Armin Lavadav, he tells the people that work in the tax department, you also have to pay taxes. What do you mean? What's the chiddush? What's the chiddush that everything belongs to you? If I, the king, also pays taxes, all the people that try to pass my bridge and have to pay the toll, will you learn from me? They won't get out of paying taxes. So says HaKadosh Baruch Hu. HaKadosh Baruch Hu amar, Ani Hashem sonei gazel ba'ol. Same way, Klal Yisrael will avoid gezel. Itmanami, and it's learned, Ravami, Yavesh Pasul Neshein Hador. A dried lulav is not good because it lacks hidur. Gazul Pasul Mishum Davali Mitzvah Babaveru. Gazul is a stolen lulav is not good because it was acquired through an aveir. However, Pligid Rabbi Yitzchak, that Itmar argues with Rabbi Yitzchak. Rabbi Yitzchak bar Nachmina Shmuel, Lo Yishon Al B'Yom Tov Rishon. When is a lulav agazul not acceptable? Only on Yom Tov Rishon, where it says L'kachtem lachem, and therefore, since it's gazul, there's a lack of lachem. Aval B'Yom Tov Sheni, Mitoch sheyotze b'shol. On the second day of Sukkot, you can be yotze lulav by a borrowed lulav. Yotze not begozel. So l'chora Shmuel Rav Yitzchak doesn't hold of this mitzvah b'avei.
Would that apply? Would that apply to all the Arba Minim as far as the Gizel? It only apply to a lulav.
Yes, implies to all of them.
Okay.
Mazur by Yitzchak lulav agozel by Yavish Pasul. That lulav that's stolen or dry is Pasul. Hashol kosher. Borrowed is kosher. Amos. Now, when he says kosher, what's he talking about? And what's he talking about when it says Pasul? Ilev Yom Tov Rishon Haksiv Lachem. It says Kaktem Lachem. It's got to be Mishal Lachem. V'halot Didehu. And lulav agozel is not his. So when it says kosher, can't be referring to Yom Tov Rishon, Elab Yom Tov Sheni. And even so, Ktoni Gozel Pasul, which is against what Rav Yitzchak and Amar Shmuel said, that beyond Tov Sheni, that you just because the way you could be Yotze B'Shol, you could be Yotze Gozel, that's not how Rav Nachman learns. So Rav Amar Loilam beyond Tov Rishon, it's not a raya against this concept of mitzvah b'avera. Rava says the vort here is also by the Yom Tov Rishon. And it's in the structure of Loma Boy Kamar, of not only this, but this also. It means Loma Boy Shol, certainly borrowing something, de lo didehu, it's not his. And Enechanami wouldn't work on Yom Tov Rishon. Aval Gozel, but when you steal something, Amos Stam Gzela Yesh Bailanu. Maybe we would say, when someone gets something stolen, the owners immediately are miyayish. They're never going to get it back. So maybe we'd have a havamina that gozel you would be yotzei even on Yom Rishon. Uchadidei dami, it's considered like his. Kamash Malan that no, even on Yom Tov Rishon, it's a chiddush to say that gozel is possible. Amal Ravuna Lanu Avnakri. Ravuna said to those people who were soichrim of the Arbaminim. When you buy hadassim from non-Jews, lo tigzu otu, you should not cut it off the tree. I guess they came around with trees. You should not cut it. El ligzu inu, let them cut it. The other can give it to you. Why? Maitan stam nochrim gazloni arasininu. Non-Jews were most of the land. It was thought they had stolen. The karka ain't an example. Problem is, there is no din that when you steal something, then there's bailim or miyaesh, and you could acquire it. No, because karka is never knuya legazlan. It's never acquired by the gazlan because there's no yerush bailim by karka. It's always by the bailim, and therefore, it's going to always be a chashash that these hadassim are also stolen. Hilkach ligzazu inu, let them cut them off the tree. Therefore, let them cut it. That the Yehush Bailim will occur while it's still in their hands. The Shine Arishus Biadaichu, and then through the transaction, where they sell it to you, there's a Shina Rishus, and now you have Yehush Bailim and Shina Rishus, and therefore it's yours, and there's no problem when the Moichrim sell the Hadassim to the Jews for their lulav. So if Soifrek the Gemara, Kigazu Avnachri, when these merchants, even if they would cut it, Levi Yerush Bailim Bidayu, but there would still be Yerush Bailim what they have it in their hands. Havishinu Harishus Biyadam. And then when they sell it to the Jew, there's already Shina Rishus. So why did you have to go through this mechanism where the Goyim would cut it? And for the Gemara Lotzricha Ba'oshana, Davnachri Gufayu. We're talking about the Hadassim that are owned by the Jews already. And it doesn't go to a different Rishus. So there, it should be cut by the Nochrim, so it happens in their possession. Frankly, more of a liknu b'shinu ma'isa. It doesn't have to be shinu reshus. If they tie the hadassim with the other lulav, like creating an egget, creating a combination of the lulav, the hadassim, and the aravas, so it's a shinu ma'isa, and that's also a kinyan, and therefore you have yesh bailim and shinu ma'isa. Shouldn't be a problem. Ksavar lulav ain't tzarich egget. The reason they had to have the non-Jews do it, because this mandar was of the opinion that lulav did not require tying it together. You could hold each one independently. And therefore, there wasn't an automatic that there would be a shinu ma'isa. Now, now, and if you hold that even according to the opinion that hold lulav needs eged, this is an example of shinui achoizer libriyosu. It doesn't really change the goof of the hadassim. When you undo the string that ties it together with the other things, you're back to the regular hadas, and that's not really a shinui ma'isa. Shinui achoizer libriyosu lo shmei shinui. Therefore, you don't have yeush bailim and shinui ma'isa with eged. So that's why everyone holds that you need the non-Jew to do it. Frankly, more of a liknu b'shinu hashem. The fact that initially the mikor avalei asa, if it's a regular hadas, the hashta hoshana, now it has a new name. When you attach it to the lulav for tzorch mitzvah of arba minim, it's called a hoshana. Where it says it's not really a shinu shem gomer, because even in Hoshana they call it a hadas. But even when it's on the tree, and therefore even when it's not mishamish lemitzvah, so therefore it's not a real shinu Hashem. Therefore, we have to go back to the teretz that the non-Jew has to cut it to create both the act of a shinui and the yerush bailim, so that the sellers would have acquired it. So by the time they sell it to the Jew, there's no issue of guessing.
If I steal something from you